Philippine tennis body hopes flag bearer Alex Eala inspires Team Philippines in SEA Games. The Philippine Tennis Association beamed with pride as 20-year-old Alex Eala becomes the country's flag bearer in SEA Games 2025. Bangkok, Alex Eala will be raising the flag, literally, as one of two flag bearers for Team Philippines in the opening ceremonies of SEA Games 2025 in Bangkok, Thailand on Tuesday evening at the Rajamangala National Stadium. Eala, 20, will be suiting up for her second SEA Games stint after first playing in the Vietnam SEA Games in 2022. In a message to the POC media pool here on Tuesday, Philippine Tennis Association, PHILTA, Secretary General John Ray Tiangco expressed his confidence in the team's campaign, as well as his honor in having Eala as one of the flag bearers. Our men and women's teams are in high spirits and have prepared well for the 33rd Southeast Asian Games in Thailand. Adding to the excitement is Alex Eala's participation as one of the flag bearers for the Philippines, for which I am very happy and grateful, he said. The WTA No. 52 tennis star is set to offer a boost to the national team, which also includes Eric Olivares, Alberto Lim, Alexa Milliam, Francis Alcantara, Ruben Gonzalez, Shara Rivera, Tini Almighties, Steffi Aludo, and Arthur Craig Pantino. But as flag bearer with the Las Pilipinas men's skipper Brian Bagunas, Tiangco hopes Eala's boost also extends beyond tennis. Not only does her presence inspire our tennis squads, but it also inspires the entire 1,600-strong Philippine delegation. We hope that tennis will continue to be a source of pride and honor for the country with the help of Alex Eala and her other talented teammates, he said. The SEA Games tennis event begins on Wednesday, December 10th, with the men's and women's team competition, while the singles and doubles competitions are slated to begin on Sunday, December 14th. All tennis events are held at the National Tennis Development Center in Nonthaburi. The spark at the front of the parade. How flag bearer Alex Eala became Team Philippines' beacon at the SEA Games. The bus rolled smoothly along the winding road toward the athletes' village, its windows glinting beneath the late afternoon sun. Across the aisle, athletes in red jackets chatted quietly, some bobbing their heads to music, others lost in their own thoughts. At the front sat a young woman with her headphones resting around her neck, her hands loosely clasped over a tennis racket bag. Her gaze drifted outside, watching the landscape slide by like slow-moving watercolor. Alex Eala, the Philippines' ace tennis prodigy and newly named flag bearer for the SEA Games opening ceremony, wasn't used to this kind of silence, this short, suspended moment before the storm of cheering crowds, snapping cameras, and the looming weight of expectations. But for the first time in her athletic life, she welcomed it. She breathed it in like oxygen. This year wasn't just another SEA Games. It was a chance to ignite something bigger. A flag, a symbol, a story. For as long as she could remember, Alex had lived most of her life inside tennis courts, blue, green, clay, indoor, outdoor. Courts that smelled of rubber shoes, chalk dust, sunscreen, and ambition. But carrying a nation's flag was different. It wasn't about footwork or serves or cross-court shots. It wasn't about ranking points or prize money or perfect match statistics. It was about history. It was about responsibility. It was about becoming a symbol for others. When the announcement came weeks earlier, the Philippine Tennis Federation, long overshadowed by larger sports like basketball and boxing, felt an unexpected surge of pride. Tennis had lived for decades in the quiet corners of Philippine sports culture, occasionally producing bright talents, but rarely drawing national spotlight. Yet here was Alex, an athlete who had grown under the global tennis system, a girl who shattered junior Grand Slam expectations and marched into the professional circuit with fierce determination. And now she would walk at the front of the Philippine delegation, the flag billowing above her like a proclamation of hope. We hope she inspires not just the tennis players, the Federation president had said in an interview, his voice trembling slightly, but the entire Team Philippines. He didn't need to say more. Alex understood the message. The flag wasn't light. It carried decades of unfulfilled dreams and hundreds of untold stories. The night before the ceremony, the athletes' village hummed with energy, doors opening and shutting, footsteps in the hallway, muffled laughter from the common rooms. In the distance, A group of boxers compared medals from past competitions. A swimmer stretched in the hallway. A wushu athlete sat cross-legged in meditation. Alex lay on her bed staring at the ceiling, her phone buzzing non-stop. Good luck, idol. You're carrying all of us with you. Sama kami sa lakad mo. Make us proud. Messages from fans, teammates, old coaches, classmates, her Lola, her childhood hitting partner, even her tricycle driver back home, who still remembered her as the skinny kid lugging a racket bigger than her torso. She smiled at the screen and placed it face down. That night, she didn't think about match strategies or her opponent's preferred plays. She thought about the little things. The first racket her parents bought her, pink, too heavy, but she swung it anyway. The first time she lost badly and cried in the bathroom while her brother waited outside, holding a towel and a sandwich. The first time a crowd of strangers cheered her name. The first time she realized she wasn't just playing for herself. Being a flag bearer required a different kind of mental gear. Not focus, but connection. Not aggression, but presence. Team Philippines, a mosaic of dreams. The next morning, she joined the delegation at the breakfast hall. The room buzzed with excitement and nerves, archers sharing tables with weightlifters, fencers seated beside skateboarders, volleyball players towering over taekwondo artists. Team Philippines was a mosaic of dreams stitched together by a shared uniform and a shared hope. When Alex arrived, she felt dozens of eyes turn toward her, curious, supportive, proud. Flag bearer, someone shouted. Another athlete clapped. Several others raised cups of coffee in salute. Alex blushed. She wasn't used to this level of attention from peers. After all, athletes often lived in their own bubbles, different sports, different training schedules, different struggles. She sat next to the track and field team. One of them, a sprinter with a shaved head, leaned in. You know, he said, we've never had a tennis player lead the delegation. It's about time. Yeah, another added. You carrying the flag means we all get a little extra fire tonight. Alex grinned shyly. She didn't quite know what to say, but she felt something warm blooming inside her chest. A collective heartbeat reverberating across the room. The Tennis Federation had hoped for inspiration,